I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube for a few days. I've been feeling really ill, but I'm much better now. So perfect timing since it's April favorites. Yay! I really like April favorites. Remover, Victoria's Secret. It doesn't seem like you would buy eye makeup remover from there, or some people may not even know that they do eye makeup remover. But this is so good, and I had a problem with my Lancome bifacial. I don't know why my eyes reacted to it. I'm kind of thinking maybe it wasn't that anymore, but I'm too scared to try it now. And this is just amazing, and it's kind of got that whole oil water thing going on. You shake it up till a cloudy consistency, and then I just use like 2 swipes in my eyes and my eyes are done. Like, I can use the most stubborn things like the grease paint stick and stuff, and this will just go like within a second. It's amazing basically, and I absolutely love the packaging. I love how sleek this is, how just how sleek it is basically with the cap, and then the Victoria's Secret logo is in like a kind of like a baby pink. It's just so cute, and this is perfect size to transport, no problems with that, so loving that. NARS Penny Lane is one of my favourite cream blushes by them, and I was really worried because I thought that it might not show up on my skin tone because it's a dusky rose colour, but it does, and it's just perfect. It's that sort of like, I don't know, it's a cream that goes into that sort of powdery finish, but it has the most beautiful sheen to it. I don't know if it's going to pick up now because I've blended it in, but it just gives such a lovely sheen, and I love using it with this brush, which is also my favourite, which is just like a cheapy brush. I think this was the Sonia Kashuk. I think it's the number 14. It's kind of like a flat top brush. It's so smooth, and just dipping this in like that and like getting a little bit on. You have to really like work it in to pick it up, but it's worth it. And then just applying it right at the top parts of your cheek, it just looks so good. It really gives you that definition, that sort of contouring look, and that really nice flush look. Like, you can see now that like I look a little bit more flush, a little bit more pinky and awake, and I love it. It's amazing. And then having this underneath and then just setting it, or like putting a powder over it like a powder blush, just really oomphs it up, and it looks so good. So I'm loving that. Eye concealer, oh my goodness. This Laura Mercier, which is the Secret Concealer in number 3, is amazing, and you can see I've got a little dip in it, but all you have to do is tap your ring finger into it, get the tiniest amount of product, and then like you can just tap it in really nicely underneath your eyes, and it doesn't cake up, and it's tacky enough where it will stick to you, but you can still blend it and move it nicely. But I definitely suggest using it with your ring finger, just so you can warm it up and keep it warm as you're applying it underneath your eyes, and it just really tidies up the look. I don't suffer from under eye circles, but I do have very thin skin underneath there, so I feel like if my like sort of veins do show up on this left eye more so than the right, but it just gives you an overall tidied up look. I just feel like it's kind of defined the bottom of my eyes a little bit more. I look a little bit more finished, and this is so good. And what I use this with again is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I know everybody goes on about this Benefit Camouflage. I haven't tried it, so I can't say anything about it, but I feel like this is just as good, if not better. I don't know, this has not got that sort of pink look to it. It brightens in just the whitest sense, but it doesn't give you that cakey feeling. It is very finely milled, has a slight glistening property that I guess helps with the brightening, and it just sets it. It works really well with the concealer because it's made for this concealer, and it just applies so smoothly. I absolutely love it. I apply it with the Laura Mercier concealer brush, but right now I'm just using it with my fingers because I want to. But yeah, it's really good, and again, it doesn't look like you put under eye concealer and then you've used a brightening powder to make your eyes look bright. It just kind of just looks like you're naturally this glowy and beautiful. NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I love my Chanel Vitalumia, don't get me wrong, but I was so like in the search for seeking this sort of glowy look, this sort of like, I don't know, this really like exotic beauty look, and the Chanel Vitalumia, although it did brighten up my skin and I looked more luminous, it was still kind of a little bit more oilier compared to this one. This one I'm in the colour Punjab, and it also kind of finishes off in a a sort of a powdery consistency. This is my color here, and Punjab is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but I like it. It's light enough where it's got a sort of a whitening look to it, or and it just brightens up my skin. So I put it on this half. You can just see how, compared to, like, okay, this is my normal skin right here, ooh, finger, and then this bit is where I put the NARS Sheer Glow, and you can just see how it kind of milky-fied my my skin, but it also kind of neatened it up, and just it works. It blends really nicely, and then if I put bronzer on top, it kind of just all ties in together. And yeah, it finishes really nice where you don't have to set it with the powder. It's just perfect just like that. I just use my vitamin E face mist, which sets the makeup all together. And it's a good size bottle where it's a lot, and I hardly use anything. I don't even use one pump, and I just use a stippling brush and I just place it all over. I've really been into the kind of like the less is more look, and so I've really enjoyed that. And then a NARS product, I've been completely loving NARS, I guess, this summer, or this April, is the Multiple in Luxor, which I will have a review coming up on this, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm one to go for the bronze gold looks because that's what I've gone through all my life, but now I'm really into that sort of shimmery pinks, and this is just the most lightest highlight ever. You can really build it up and make it look really gorgeous, but it's kind of like the non-showing highlight, but if you put it on certain areas, you can automatically see a difference. So when you first see it and you first apply it at the back of your hand, you think it's pretty. You apply it on your face and you think, well, where is it? And you keep applying and applying more and more and more. And then you don't see it until the camera flashes, and then you can see, or if you're on camera like I am, you can just see that such subtle highlight that makes such a world of difference. It just, with this pink and the kind of like the silvery look it has, it just illuminates your face and just makes it look whiter and brighter, and it looks really good. And I like to put a little bit down here by my Cupid's bow just to kind of emphasize my Cupid's bow on my lips, and it just works really well. You can even use it underneath your eyebrows as well, and it just gives that slight shimmery highlight, but it really awakens you. It really looks amazing. I just use my finger, but you can just put it straight on, but since I put it on top of my blush and like my bronzer and stuff, I don't want it to get dirty. So I love that. And then another blush that I really like is Buff. It's my favorite color ever from MAC. I don't know if you can get it like permanently. I think it is permanent. It's just a matte neutral color, but it looks so good on my skin. Like, it just looks like you've kind of buffed it in, and there it is. It seems like it won't do much, but honestly it does. It just really just awakens your look, and if you just are like in a carefree mood and just put this on, look how much makeup I'm piling on my face. Seriously, I love it so much. When I'm talking to you guys, I have to put it on. But again, it's just such a like a flush look, really effortless. Again, it doesn't look like you're caking it on. I mean, I put so many makeup, like blush, cheek stuff on today, but you know, if you just blend it out, it just looks so nice, and I definitely recommend everyone having that in their MAC blush collection. Shu Uemura eyelash curlers. Probably doesn't have to be Shu Uemura, but I love these eyelash curlers. They just make my eyes look much bigger, and they keep the curl really nicely. Way East. I miss my La Prairie products so much. Like, I have my nighttime product and I have my cleanser, but ever since I ran out of my eye cream and daily face cream, I've been using other products, trying them out as like the greatest opportunity to try them. But I don't like them, and I really miss just having that, because I feel like all the products work together really well, and that's why it was so good. And now that I'm mixing them up, my skin is just blah. It's not what it used to be. But I realized I had really puffy eyes. Like, I don't know what it was, lack of sleep, stress, work, whatever it was, and I decided to use this, which is called Advanced Eyes Alive, and this has really reduced my eye puffiness. Like, within a week it's gone, so this is pretty good, so I love it for that. And 2 lipstick products.